So last December, 2 days before Christmas, I performed a musical that my classmates I wrote and produced. After 3 months of strenuous practice day and night, D-Day finally came. So in this auditorium, we set up more than 100 chairs and checked our lines and moves for one last time. The musical was to start at 8 p.m. and all the performers had to wait backstage from 7:40 p.m. For that brief 20 minutes, I watched through a little gap between backstage walls, the crowd flooding into this hall. And one by one, they sat on their destined seats. And soon after 10 minutes, this whole place was just full of black heads and shining eyes. With the clock ticking to 8 p.m. and all these audiences I can hardly number in front of me, can you imagine how I would have felt? Well, to speak honestly, I was perfectly calm and steady. My heart was beating normally, and I was really excited to start a musical, but not nervous. I believe my confidence on that day was not a one-day mindset. It resulted from years of strenuous practice to overcome my nervousness and be confident in stage performances and under pressure. So today, I want to share some tips on how to stay calm under pressure. So whether we want to or not, we encounter at least once in our lives where we have to stand in front of multitudes and perform. And it is also true that many people have some degree of stage fright. While it is perfectly okay and normal to be nervous when performing in front of others, the thing is that nervousness fails us to show 100% of what we prepared. In other words, confidence is crucial if you want to succeed in your stage performances. So that's why we have to have some tips on how to stay calm under pressure. The following tips I will gonna share today are proven effective in my experience of participating in 2 public speech contests, 2 musicals, and weekly presentation at school. So the first piece of advice for you is to simulate the event. Exactly knowing the flow and the contents of your performance really helps you to have a fresh and organized mind. Most importantly, it will boost self-confidence that you exactly know what you ought to do. You will know the legendary soccer player Pelé. He was known to spend 30 minutes before every game mentally rehearsing his skills and various game scenarios. Similarly, we can practice our performance from the beginning to an end before our performance at least 3 times. Also, right before we go up the stage, we can simulate how are we gonna do our facial expressions, our gestures, and how to walk in. The second piece of advice is to imagine the aftermath. Here, I mean to imagine that you will put on a huge smile after your performance with successful results. Also, many people tend to find confidence in other people's acknowledgments, so imagining people's compliments will also be a good way. Imagining the successful results really seem like a simple steps, but it really helps you to overcome your nervousness. Thirdly, encourage yourself. Inside your mind, you can mentally speak out the following words, like you are gonna break down this event, you're the best, you are brilliant, and you will gonna successfully finish this performance. If you mentally talk these words to you, it's really powerful in psychologically overcoming your nervousness and boosting your confidence by yourself. And some physical actions you can do along mind control are smiling to yourself in the mirror, walking confidently, and power posing. According to a social psychologist, Amy Cuddy, posing a high power body language like these really helps you to boost confidence by controlling your hormone level. So once you accompany your words and actions, I believe everyone can overcome nervousness before stage performances. And last but not least, take a deep breath and pray. These are the oldest and some of the simplest methods, but still the most powerful and the popular. And it doesn't require a large space or a long time. You can do wherever you are, in the restroom, backstage, or even on the actual stage. So last year, I had a chance to participate in a public speech contest for the first time in my life. And it was my first time, and of course, I was nervous. But I carefully followed the steps I shared with you today, and I could successfully finish my speech and actually got a good results. So first of all, on the day before and on that very day, I practiced my speech and delivery for at least 20 times. And then before my turn came, I went to a restroom and told myself in the mirror, "You are gonna do great, so don't be nervous." And on my way to the hall for presentation, I strode big steps as I could, as if I'm a model walking on a power runway. So these steps really seem like a simple preparation steps. They really helped me to overcome my nervousness completely and deliver my speech really confidently. So while I brought only 4 tips today, there can be endless methods and variations that work for each of you in staying calm under pressure and in stage performances. I recommend you to try out these tips before your presentation and then develop your own ways for staying calm. And also, these tips are not only applicable before stage performances, but also in other major life events, such as standardized tests and job interview. I believe through practice, everyone can become the boldest and the most confident presenter in the world. Thank you.